A lot of people think that attraction is the way that you look and the way that you present yourself out into the world. And while I agree with that, that might just be 10% out of the whole 90%. And what I mean by that is there are a couple of things that I've done this year to be a more attractive person. And what I mean about attractive, not just physically, but if you stick around, I'm gonna definitely talk about, ways that I take care of myself, my body, my hair, my face, towards the end of the video. So if you stick around, I will be giving you tips on how to be more attractive physically. But this video is more focused on things that I have done this year and also part of last year to just be a more happy, attractive, and joyful person and attract experiences and people into my life. The very first things that I've done is I make sure that I do inner work and I take time out of the day to just really sit down with myself. And I know I say this a lot in my videos about sitting with yourself and having time to your own thoughts and your brain, because we live in such a world with so much stimulation with like games, Netflix, YouTube. Like there are people playing YouTube in the background and then scrolling through Instagram and then getting messages, right? I feel like we don't take the time to really just sit down and ask yourself how you're doing. Ask yourself about the things that have hurt you in the past and the things that you need to heal from. And I'm not gonna like sit down and tell you guys about the things that I've gone through, but I know that you guys as individuals know the things that you've gone through, the things that you haven't healed from, because a lot of those things do come up in your daily life. So if you're more intentional about your day-to-day and your mood and your thoughts and the things that go on in your inner world, I promise you that once you start doing this work every single day, maybe just like 5 minutes out of your day, just sitting down, grabbing a journal, or even recording and making a video. Before I even made these videos, I would sit down and I would record myself talking about issues that I was going through. And in some of the videos I would cry, and in some I was happy, and some I was sad. But over time, I was able to see the kinds of thought patterns my brain was going through, because the way that I think and the way that I go about life is like I kind of think in like patterns or in like different, kind of like a ladder, right? But that is definitely one of the things that I've done, and I definitely do. And I'm not saying attraction in terms of like dating or relationships. Yes, that is like a response to how you work yourself, like your inner self, right? But I'm talking about more of like relationships and friendships and family and friends and just people that are around your inner circle. So if you start taking care of yourself in that manner, then you're really going to radiate an energy of, okay, this person is secure, this person is emotionally balanced, like she knows herself and she knows about her issues and the things that she goes through. And it's just gonna want, people are gonna trust you more. People are going to think that you're a leader, because in my situation, I genuinely do have people come up to me. Like if I go to the camera store to buy some film, or if I go get some like green tea somewhere, people will come up to me and just start talking to me. And like I appreciate it, because um I am a pretty lonely person. Like, I don't really have that many girlfriends. So when I do go out, I like to conversate with people at the store, or like, you know, if I'm at the gas station. But I do realize that people do come up to me and they, start asking for advice, or they just talk to me, and I'm like, okay, like that means that I'm good. Like that means that my energy is at a point in life where um people feel welcomed around me. So my second point is to have self-belief. And when you believe in yourself, the people around you are going to believe in you. But the most important thing is to believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself and once you tell yourself, actually the brain doesn't know the difference between reality or if it's like fake, right? It just simply doesn't know that. So whatever you feed your brain, think about it as like a monitor, right? Or like a motherboard, or not really a motherboard. Like AI, right? If you feed it, it's going to give you that same. It's just going to keep feeding on itself. So that's kind of how your brain is. So if you keep telling yourself like, I believe in myself, I believe that I can do good things, I believe that I can achieve, even if you're going through like some crazy shit in the moment or something and you don't believe that, I promise you, like, just tell yourself something good every day. Just say one thing, just one thing that will make your brain hold on to that hope of like, yeah, I do believe in this. Like, I believe that I deserve good in life. And you're slowly going to start seeing, you're going to attract those events in your life. And this is actually going on to my third point, which is the law of attraction. Okay, I know I talked about this in my last video, but when I was in high school, I actually would think about things that I wanted, right? This is not going to be the best example, but this is maybe a little bit more on the materialistic side, right? If there was a pair of shoes I wanted, if there was like a bag that I wanted, or like an experience, right? I wanted to go to Japan so bad when I was 18, and I would think about it. I would like download pictures and I would put them I would put them inside my journal, and a year or two after that, or 3 years after that, I went to Japan, right? And it's like you're training your brain to have these kinds of things so that they come into your life, because once, this is the also the power of visual boards. So like having a vision board. So having a vision board, and if you put something on there that you want, I promise that outcome is going to manifest itself, because you're telling your brain is going to subconsciously hold on to that action that takes you to that result. Whether it be, I want to be more confident, I want to be a happier person, I want to be XYZ. Think about it. Think about it and have that belief that you can and you will, because at the end of the day, no one else is going to believe in you but you, right? Like, you have supporters around you, yes, but at the end of the day, guys, the world doesn't care about you. Like, the world doesn't. That's just how it works. That is the universe. So in the grand scheme of things, that belief in yourself is going to manifest into so much confidence. And I promise you, because I used to be such an insecure person. I had relationships where I felt like I was never going to gain my confidence again, or be, the secure like April that I used to be, right? But then over time, like, doing this work of like doing the work of having self-belief, and knowing that my actions are going to lead me to a better tomorrow, that gave me so much confidence. And then towards the end of the day, like, I'm able to sit down and be like, hey, like, I have qualities of myself that I don't like, but that doesn't matter, because I focus on, and this is my fourth point, and before getting to the last point, which is the physical part, this is actually a pretty important one. So the fifth one is being detached from like different outcomes. And what I mean by that is being detached from the fact that you can have control over everything, because in reality you can't. You just simply can't. Like, there are things in life that are going to happen, and they're going to be inevitable, and if you try to control everything and try to have a specific way of how you want things to look a year from now, or like a couple months from now, you probably will maybe get disappointed. And that definitely has a lot to do in terms of like your confidence, like, just going downhill, because I used to be like that. Like, I used to go around walking around just like with my head down, because I tried to control different things, and since I'm such a goal-oriented person, I wanted things to go my way all the time. And when I started letting go of that, I just started becoming happier and just more radiant, and accepting of the fact that there are things in life that are going to come up, and I have to just practice detachment in terms of thinking about all these outcomes. And as a result, I just became a happier person. And that translates into more confidence in life, and being a more attractive person. So the last one is investing in your health. And what I mean by that is not going out and buying makeup, not going out and buying like the new mascara or the new, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about doing things every day that are going to bring a better result for yourself in 10, 20 years from now. So what I do is, like, I wake up in the morning and I have a lot of water. That kind of like kickstarts your whole body and your immune system and just like your energy. And if I keep looking to the front, there's a family about to walk next to me, and they're just staring at me. But Yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Anyway, so yeah, drinking a lot of water, and I make sure that my diet is clean. So I've always followed an 80-20 rule. So it's like 80% whole foods, 20% things that you want to indulge in. So 80% of my foods are like sweet potatoes, Greek yogurt, fermented foods that help with your gut and then help with your brain and your happiness. And 20% I basically just eat ramen, guys. Like, I love ramen. So that 20% I like to eat my soup, okay? But those are the things that just help me like glow, from inside out, and also have helped regrow a lot of my hair. And my hair has just gotten longer by eating better, drinking lots of water, having my vitamins. And of course, there are days where I just don't really want to be doing this. Like, there are days where it's not perfect. There are days where I don't really want to do that. So, you have to be graceful with yourself. That's the whole point of discipline, is to being not disciplined in your habits and in the things that you do every day, but being disciplined in your mind and allowing yourself to be human, because at the end of the day, we're all human. We're not robots. I used to think I was some kind of robot or something, and it got draining. It definitely got draining, and I had to change that. Another important thing is sunscreen. Yeah, sunscreen is so important. I cover my face now. Like, I walk outside with an umbrella. I really just do try to take care of my skin, because I feel like my skin is like the fountain of my youth. So that my skin is a reflection of what is going on inside. So if your skin is dry, that means you need water. If you're getting a lot of breakouts, which I was, but it was my fault because I was eating a little bit of like stuff that I shouldn't have. But that's what I mean about, the physical, right? Taking care of your body and just nourishing yourself. And then from there, you go on to fixing your hair, buying clothes that just make you feel and look good. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not all about that promiscuous look, right? I'm more of like classy, modest look, because we want to carry ourselves out into the world and just be secure women, right? We don't want to walk in the world and have people like looking at us, right? Or like, obviously there are people that are going to look, but what I mean is attracting high value people. And that's one of my biggest philosophies in life, is to attract high value people, right? So, like, if you're getting attention from people that are not so high value and people that are just eating Twinkies and playing video games, you think about it, like, it's not them, it's you. You're attracting that. So a lot of the things in this video, like having that reflection, having that self-belief, letting go of the outcomes, and working on yourself, working on your diet, your nutrition, your water intake, vitamins, taking care of your hair, like doing something for your hair, like getting trims for your hair, because also your hair, I feel like carries energy. So, you gotta chop it off a little. And yeah, those are a lot of the things that I have done to be a more attractive person. And I'm able to say that, yes, I do have my insecurities still, but I'm confident in the fact that no one is going to be me. No one is going to, unless someone makes a clone out of me, but having that security that you are an important person and that you have self-belief and that you can do anything in your life, right? And it just takes one small change every day. Reflection, self-belief, taking care of your body, taking care of your inner world, and then life is just going to do the rest. Watch, you're going to keep attracting experiences. You're going to meet new people. You're going to go wow and try new hobbies and, get better grades, get better opportunities and job offers, and, just, yeah, like, nothing can go wrong by following the things that I've said in this video, right? So if you're tired of playing small and if you want to build her, please like and subscribe, because I make videos like these every single week, and I will be back next week with a new video. So I hope you guys have a really good day. And once again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you're going to be doing today to change, just change yourself and become a more attractive woman.